Hello and welcome back to TFF Teacher from Finland. This time I am talking about the unavoidability of ethics. It is possible that you don't see the point of all this philosophical discussion of ethics. I know I used to think a bit like that. The thing is, though, ethics is in a way unavoidable. All the time in your everyday life, you will choose things, you will live your life in some way, and you will make decisions that influence not just yourself, but other people as well. Unless you are a complete sociopath or badly limited in your cognitive abilities, you will also at times wonder how you should make those decisions. Will your actions be good or evil? Or at the very least, actually even if you are a sociopath, how should you live your life so that it would be a good life? These are all ethical questions, and your inability to avoid them means that ethics is unavoidable. At some point in their lives, most people will inevitably think about ethical questions, even if they try to avoid thinking about them. In fact, morality is considered an essential part of humanity and integral to civilized behavior. Some sort of morality is necessary for all animal species that have evolved to live in groups, and humans are one such species. Probably for that reason, we have the capacity for empathy, the ability to see ourselves in another person's shoes, so to speak. This is one root of morality, the other being that a group that does not have some kind of morality is unlikely to last long. For the development of more advanced morality, and then even of ethical thinking, empathy is at least useful if not strictly necessary. It enables us to imagine situations we will never actually experience, and to use such thought experiments to broaden our moral horizons and ethical thinking. Besides empathy, our rationality likewise enables us to think of moral matters and to seek fairness and justice. For this, empathy is not strictly necessary because we are able to simply assess matters factually and dispassionately, for example, when considering rewards or apportioning a cake fairly. Even the latter can require serious ethical thinking because it may not be obvious on what basis the size of the piece of cake is chosen. It could be just the same size for everyone, but even small children can think of reasons why all pieces might not be equal in quality, even if they are in quantity. Despite having the same mass and dimensions, the pieces might have different amounts or kinds of candy on or filling in them, for example. The fact that ethics is unavoidable, unfortunately, doesn't make it easy. The difficulty of ethics in serious real-world issues is made clear in an example used in Argumentti 2, where the story of prenatal screenings in India is recounted. Because boys had traditionally been valued more than girls in India, the increased availability of the ultrasound screening to determine the sex of the fetus in the 1990s led to an increase in abortions when the fetus was determined to be female. The authorities wanted to reduce the number of abortions, and so the screening was banned. Unfortunately, the infant death rate of girls then increased in comparison to the death rate of infant boys, because girls weren't looked after as well. The authorities calculated that every allowed abortion decreased infant girl mortality by 15. This shows how the development of technologies and increase in knowledge can lead to unexpected challenges to ethics. All policy choices can seem bad, but a choice simply has to be made. You might not soon be in a position to make such calls, but you will be in the position to influence who gets to make those calls, at least if you live in a representational democracy. You can't opt out of having that influence, as choosing not to vote will also be a choice. As we have repeatedly seen in many countries, Finland included, too many people making that choice leads to the worst people gaining political power. That's about it for this time. In the next several videos, I will be explaining many important concepts in ethics, so if you want to see those videos, perhaps you should consider subscribing to my channel. So, see you in the next video. Bye! If you wish to support my channel, please click thumbs up, subscribe and share my videos. Any comments on the videos would also be welcome.